This is Stiff Upper Lip. I'm Andreas. Sponsor is snus24.com. And you are lucky that I'm not reviewing any mint snus this week. I'm back from my holiday in Bahrain, had a really nice time there, but back to work, eh? I was actually working up in London today, and it was a really interesting day. All the journalists I saw outside Ecuador's embassy for, Julian Assange went out there to hold a speech on the balcony, you probably saw in the news. Also, survived a bomb threat at London Victoria Station. Apparently I was there around the time it should have been, didn't see anything, but there was an undetonated World War II bomb that they had found. So it would have been quite surprising and frankly disappointing to be killed by World War II Nazis today. Survived that one, so that's good. Today, the snus we are reviewing here is LD30 Original. This one is made by GTI Tobacco, which is Japan Tobacco International. And that's a huge company, actually. They got 11% of the market share for the whole tobacco sector. So they're actually selling Camel and Benson and Hedges and Winston cigarettes in some markets, at least. And the LD brand, they released in 1999 in Russia as a low price segment brand, and now they're also making snus within the LD brand, and they have a factory in Sweden. So this is actually a snus made by a huge international company that sort of found a way to get into the snus market as well. So it's not one of the traditionals in that sense. So it'll be interesting to see what they can come up with. They actually I have here for reference, the LD Original. I'm just seeing this as one product because it should be exactly the same thing, but this one has more portions in it. So it's got 30 portions, which is pretty unusual. It's really a big can, this one, as you can see. If you compare it to the other can, I think it's a little bit bigger. The normal can has a catch lid. This one doesn't even have a catch lid on it because there's so many portions. So I think it's a bit of better value to go with a 30, really. So that's why I'm reviewing this one. 30 portions, 0.9 gram portions. And I think it's normal nicotine levels in this one, which is 8 milligrams per gram. So that's 7.2 milligrams per portion. And it should be like a cheaper alternative to General, I guess, because it should have sort of a bergamot and citrus flavor to it. So yeah, I mean, I haven't tried any LD products for my reviews. I have tried the Salmiak a long time ago. Maybe get back to that one day. So this should be the tobacco-centric one. Let's get into it. Yeah, looking pretty ordinary. Normal stuff. No slim portions or anything like that. Original portions, not white. I'll put one in. Oh, actually, you see. Oh, comes a little bit bearded. It's got a bit of fluff on there. It's quite thin as well, so I would fluff it up. It feels pretty moist. It's a moist portion. A little bit thin, but pretty good size. Smell. Okay, this is pretty standard stuff, traditional, and I will say, because I didn't have anything to open and I had this one home, I have opened this before, and this is interesting because this smelled like shit. Sorry, but it didn't smell good at all. It had a lot of it kind of go towards the peroxide level, one of the worst ones I've ever smelled, actually. Not very nice, ammonia. And this one doesn't have that. It's really strange. Sort of a difference between cans, I guess, so watch out for that. This smells pretty similar, like a standard Swedish snus, really. Quite a lot like the General. So I'll use up all the 30 portions and I'll get right back to you and tell you what I think about LD30 Original. LD, I think, by the way, stands for Liget Ducat or something like that, which was on the Russian market in 1999. Anyway, I'll get right back to you. See you soon. JTI tobacco, not GTI, as I said. Another 12 years in England and I might learn the difference between J and G. It's a hard one for me for some reason. J as in Japan, International Tobacco. So this is a huge international company trying to get a little bit of the market share of the snus market. Swedish Match is also huge, but they really have a tradition making snus, so they know their stuff. So how is this compared to, let's say, General, because it's a bergamot snus? Well, initially, when I tried this can that has 20 portions in it, it was a really bad first experience. Had a lot of ammonia going towards sort of the peroxide stage of things. And I think when you reach a certain level there, where it completely masks the tobacco flavor, it just loses it for me. And my initial impression was actually a 2 or 2.5 out of 10 for this one. Didn't like it at all. It was really pretty rough, actually. But this also shows how important it is that I go through the whole can before I actually make a verdict of it. Because even for this can, it got to be tolerable, then pretty good, and then ended up as good. And this one, with the 30 portions, it's good from the beginning. So I would say that if you try this one, you might encounter the initial problem, but let it air a little bit and it gets much better. So I would say that this one, it's relatively mild, but not too mild. It has a traditional taste to it, got the bergamot, quite nice, not too citrusy, not really bright citrus, but it's got that snoozy feel that I mentioned in another review, where it's quite satisfying, but pretty sort of average in that sense. It's just quite mellow, got a little bit of nice tobacco in there. It's almost a little bit woody. It has the bergamot for sure, but not too much of it. It's a little bit sweet as well. And initially, yes, it has ammonia and going towards peroxide, but it goes away. So I'm going to review it on how I feel at the end of the can. So let it air a little bit. And the potential of this one, it's good. I wouldn't say it's as good as General, but it has that sort of same character to it. It's much cheaper than General, so you know, if you snooze a lot, you can't just maybe go with a high price all the time. So this is a decent alternative when you want to save some money as well, because yeah, it's quite satisfying. I don't have any problems with it. I like it. So I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. So one of the better low cost snoozes that I've tried, actually. Much prefer it to Knekt or Kronan. It has a different character to Taboka, which is more citrus forward and more aromatic tobacco. So you could try both of those. They're kind of different in character. This goes more like a alternative to General. Not quite as good, but it's cheaper and recommended. So that's it for this review, and thank you very much for watching. Again, guys, please subscribe if you like the videos, comment, maybe even like the video. Don't normally say that, but why not if you like it. And I'll see you in the next review.